You don't tell anyone this, but before anything good happens, your mind starts preparing for it like it's a disaster waiting to strike. Right now, you might be listening with the lights off, phone face down, volume low, like you don't want anyone to catch you thinking this deeply. And there's this familiar feeling in your chest, that tight, restless hum, the one that shows up right before progress, right before change, right before something could finally work. You know that feeling. Because it's not excitement. It's not fear either. It's something in between. A quiet pressure. Like your mind is whispering, don't get ahead of yourself. You haven't even succeeded yet, but you're already tired. You replay conversations that haven't happened. You imagine outcomes you haven't earned. You picture the moment everything changes, and then immediately picture how it could all fall apart. It happens late at night. That's when your brain gets loud. That's when success feels dangerous. Like if you let yourself believe in it, something will punish you for being hopeful. So you stay cautious. You stay mentally busy. You keep thinking, as if thinking hard enough will protect you. It doesn't feel like self-doubt. It feels like responsibility. Like if you don't analyze every angle, something bad will sneak up on you. You tell yourself you're just being realistic. But deep down, you know, this isn't realism. This is rehearsal for pain. You imagine finally getting what you want. The job, the peace, the recognition, the relief. And instead of joy, your mind says, okay, but what if it doesn't last? What if you mess it up? What if they realize you're not enough? So you go back to the past, back to moments where things almost worked, back to the small mistakes you still punish yourself for. Your brain connects everything. One failure becomes proof. One awkward moment becomes a warning. One bad day becomes a pattern. And suddenly success feels heavy, like something you'd have to defend, explain, justify. You start preparing speeches in your head, imaginary conversations, what you'll say when someone questions you, what you'll say when someone doubts you, what you'll say when someone leaves, you don't even realize you're doing it. Your mind just drifts there. Like it's safer to be mentally exhausted than emotionally surprised. There's a strange comfort in this. Not peace, but familiarity. Because if you're already overwhelmed, nothing can shock you. If you expect disappointment, it can't hurt as much. At least that's what your mind tells you. But it comes at a cost, a quiet one, a slow one. You wake up tired. Not physically, mentally, like you've already lived the day 10 times before it even begins, and people don't see this. They see you functioning, they see you showing up, they don't hear the constant background noise in your head, the endless what-ifs, the constant scanning, the invisible weight. Sometimes you wonder what it would feel like to just enjoy something without bracing for impact, without planning an escape. But that feels unfamiliar, almost unsafe, because somewhere along the way, your brain learned this rule. If you stay alert, you stay protected. If you stay alert, you survive. So when success gets close, your mind panics. Not because you don't want it, but because you don't know how to hold it. There's a part of you that believes good things are temporary, that calm is suspicious, that happiness needs a backup plan. You might not say this out loud, but you live it. You keep one foot out the door. Even in your dreams, even in your hopes. And late at night, when everything is quiet, that's when it hits hardest. That question you never fully ask. What if this works? And right behind it, what if I lose it? Your mind doesn't let either question breathe. It just loops, round and round. Until you feel numb, until you feel detached, until feeling nothing seems easier than feeling hope. You scroll, you distract yourself, you try to sleep, but your thoughts keep tapping you on the shoulder. Like they don't want to be ignored. Like they're afraid if they stop, something bad will happen. You're not broken for this. You learned this somewhere, you adapted. At some point, thinking ahead kept you safe. Anticipating pain helped you survive something, even if you don't remember when. So your mind kept the habit, even when the danger left, even when the context changed. And now here you are, on the edge of something better, feeling more anxious than excited. Let's pause here, just for a moment. Not to fix anything, just to breathe inside this space. This is the first quiet moment, the part where everything feels heavy, where your thoughts are loud, where success feels like a threat instead of a gift. And if you're still listening, it's because something in this feels uncomfortably familiar, like someone turned the volume down on the world and up on your inner voice. So let's stay here a little longer, because there's another layer to this, a softer one you don't usually let yourself feel. Underneath all that thinking, there's fear, but not the dramatic kind. It's the fear of finally relaxing, the fear of letting your guard down, the fear of discovering who you are without the noise. Because if you stop overthinking, even for a second, you might feel exposed. Like standing in the middle of a quiet room with no armor. Your mind says, stay busy, stay alert, stay ahead. But your body is tired, and you know it. You feel it in the way your shoulders never fully drop, in the way your jaw stays clenched, in the way sleep never feels deep enough. You don't crave success as much as you crave rest. But rest feels undeserved, unfamiliar, like something you'll earn later, so you keep pushing, mentally, emotionally, even when nothing is happening. And that's where the exhaustion comes from. Not from doing too much, but from thinking too much about what might happen if you stop. There's a quiet sadness in that, not obvious, but present. Because part of you knows you've been surviving, not living, and you don't want to admit that. Because surviving looks like strength, looks like discipline, looks like control. But tonight, listening to this, you don't need to perform strength. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to be productive. You can just be here with the thoughts, with the tension, without judging it. This is the second quiet moment, the one after the storm, where nothing changes yet, but something softens. You might notice your breathing. You might notice the way your chest rises and falls. You might notice a small space opening inside you. Not relief, just space. And in that space, there's a realization. Not loud, not dramatic, just this. Maybe success doesn't feel safe yet, because your nervous system hasn't caught up to your dreams. Maybe your mind isn't trying to sabotage you. Maybe it's just trying to keep you safe in the only way it knows how. And maybe, just maybe, you don't have to argue with it tonight. You don't have to convince yourself of anything. You don't have to be brave. You can let the thoughts pass like background noise, not enemies. Not instructions, just sounds. You're allowed to want more. And you're allowed to be scared of it at the same time. Both can exist without you having to solve them. As this ends, there's nothing you need to do. No insight to apply, no change to force. Just this lingering feeling that you're not strange, you're not alone, and you're not behind. You're someone who learned to think deeply to survive. And now, slowly, you're learning how to rest inside yourself. Let the night hold that for you, just for now.